Well, good morning. Monday, January 26th, '09, and I'm talking to you through this marvelous machine of a camera and then a computer. Got up at 5 o'clock a.m. Got up feeling poor. Paid out $190 to get that ticket expunged so I don't lose any points and so on. Paid that out Saturday morning as part of going to traffic school. Fortunately, it was conducted by a nice Mexican man that had a sense of humor and wasn't bad. Still hurts the old pocketbook though. Well, checked the computer and it said that 3 of the 4 videos that entered on multiple load late last night had already gone through, and the other one was on 12%, so chances are that for very long those 4 will be on, ready to put on some new ones. I got to looking at some notes and saw that I skipped over a couple of things from back there in those military days that I want to go back and comment on. The first one has to do with a financial matter. You know, I was getting $75 a month as a private. Got a little bit more when I made sergeant first class, and then corporal, and then sergeant. And a little bit more when I got qualified for jump school and was getting another $50 a month as a paratrooper. Didn't add up very fast. But I listened very carefully during infantry basic when an insurance man was allowed to talk to us on duty time, obviously had some connection with somebody in the military hierarchy somewhere. But, you know, you trust the Army that this is a good, honest company, a good, solid company, or they wouldn't be letting this person come in and make the pitch. So I listened very carefully. I was feeling pretty adultish at that time. I'm going to get married as soon as it's possible. And so when the man talked about the fact that you could take a 10-year pay, $10,000 insurance policy, because we were young, I guess, I don't know all the ands, ifs, or maybes, and that they would we could sign the appropriate papers and the Army would deduct and make our payments directly for us, wouldn't have to worry about that. I thought about it and said, hey, that sounds pretty sensible. I can do that. I'm going to do that. So I signed up. So, you know, it was relatively painless all through that first time period that I was in the service. But boy, when I got out, I made it a point to pay that insurance regularly and monthly. It was going to get paid whether we ate or didn't eat. Of course, we ate to stay better sometimes than other times. Well, you take it out in 1946. It's paid up in 1956. Whew, boy, now that's an accomplishment. We're feeling pretty good. Discuss it with my wife, make sure she knows where it is in case something happens to me and all that good stuff. Well, then we go in, and I'm a professor at Phillips University. Proud to have been, and I'm proud now to have been a member of the staff and the director of teacher education, in charge of the departments of physical education, special education, secondary education, and elementary education. At age 30, you bet I was proud and happy to have that assignment. But took a $100 a month cut, went from a salary of $6,800 a year to $5,800. And the second year got a raise of $50 for the year and got a 4th baby in the meantime. We were going into the hole month by month. So I accept a job in Colorado that'll pay $7,500 a year. Had to borrow from that insurance company, and they had made that very clear when they made the presentation that you can always borrow from your insurance company and then pay it back. And if you should die during the time that you have borrowed money out, it would just be that amount deducted from your $10,000. So borrowed the money. Didn't like that. Got it paid off just as fast as I could. And by the time we got into 1961, 1962, somewhere in there, paid back in full, and within a year, I think it was less than a year, got a letter from Globe Insurance telling us that our other company had failed and that they had bought up the assets, but in the process, we no longer had any insurance. Legal theory applied somehow to do legal thievery. Ooh, I was angry. And you know what the Globe letter had the nerve to do? That based on your excellent pay record on your previous policy, we will be glad to sell insurance to you. Man, I sent them a letter that said, huh, you just stole $10,000 from me and you think I'd pay you another dime? Forget about it. I can't understand, quote, morality. We're moral people, right? And our big business can be trusted. A lot of these buyouts and so on over the past my lifetime, my adult lifetime, a lot of these buyouts and so on are just nothing but a legal way to steal other people's money. And how do they get the laws on the books to do it? They like the too darn many lawyers that are crooked and then become crooked lawyer politicians and who've designed ways for the rich to get richer and to steal from us suckers. I'm a sucker, and I'm an angry sucker about it. And I hope Mr. Obama can make it stick that he's going to insist that the public's business be public. That, if a lot of this stuff that goes on, if it has to be in public, won't go on because the voters get wise to who's an honest politician and who isn't, and they'll vote some of those crooks out of office.